Hey everybody, welcome once again to NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com. I am the owner of NoDQ&Rift, here to answer your questions about the world of wrestling. So let's not waste any more time, let's get right down to it. Hey Aaron, since Brock Lesnar retired from UFC, could we see a part 2 of Rock vs. Brock, or maybe Brock vs. Stone Cold at a WrestleMania? I highly doubt the WWE will put Taker vs. Brock at Mania. It pretty much wouldn't work out, I don't think. I am really interested to know why you don't think that Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar would work out. A little over a year ago, after Brock Lesnar lost the UFC title, he came out through the crowd, or through the entranceway, and The Undertaker was there, and they had this stare down. And the video, I mean, it got millions of hits on YouTube. It got huge buzz. Everyone was talking about Brock Lesnar possibly challenging The Undertaker at WrestleMania with the streak on the line. So, I mean, that would be a huge match because Brock Lesnar is this monster who conquered the UFC, and he would be a serious threat to The Undertaker's streak. So, yeah, I'm really curious as to why you made that comment. So let me know. And as far as who Undertaker is going to face at WrestleMania, first of all, I highly doubt it's going to be at this year's WrestleMania because you already have Undertaker, or you already have Cena versus The Rock, and I'm sure you have Undertaker versus Triple H or whatever match ends up happening. So right there, you already got WrestleMania set. People are already excited for those matches. It's best to have something big for WrestleMania 29. Now, as far as who Lesnar would face, I think there's a very good possibility that it will be against Undertaker, and I think it does make sense for Brock to challenge the streak. Now you could also have Lesnar versus Steve Austin. You have a built-in feud right there. Going back to 2002 when Austin didn't want to lose to Lesnar and walked out on the company. And they also, Lesnar and Austin kind of threw jabs at each other on Twitter a few months ago. So, I mean, there's definitely the tease right there. And Brock Lesnar in his first match back and Austin in his first match back would be huge. So either one of those matches I could very well see happening at WrestleMania 29. And as far as Rock versus Brock goes, I mean, it's already been done before. I don't think it's going to happen at WrestleMania. Perhaps if both guys stick around for a while and they want to do more than one match, I could see that as a possibility then for maybe a SummerSlam. But I don't think, I highly doubt it's going to happen at WrestleMania. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Hey Aaron, could you tell me why there isn't any more news on Karma's return? I have just looked in the Divas section on WWE.com and she wasn't on it, which I thought was weird. Well, she's still pregnant right now, and she's not going to return, obviously, until she has the baby. And then after that, she's going to want, a couple months to get back into shape and spend time with her child before she returns. So at the very earliest, I don't see her returning until late spring, more likely sometime in the summer. I mean, right now, there's not really anything to report on until she has the baby, and then we can start talking about when she's going to return and what's going to happen there. But yeah, nothing much to report right now, What are the chances that we'll see Andy Kaufman inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in the celebrity ring? I don't know what the chances are. I mean, since he's not alive anymore, I would think that WWE wants to induct celebrities that are still alive because it'll give them more mainstream publicity and, more buzz. But, I mean, if anybody that's a celebrity deserves to be in that wing, it's Andy Kaufman. I mean, his feud with Jerry Lawler was a huge deal, and this was before WWE went national and wrestling was a national product. So Andy Kaufman, it was a really big deal. I mean, him and Jerry Lawler were on David Letterman, and it got all sorts of mainstream publicity at a time when wrestling was still territorial, and you didn't see these territorial feuds getting national attention. And even though he wasn't in WWE, it was still a really big deal. So, yeah, I would absolutely love to see him in it. But, I don't know. I think that there's other guys that WWE are going to have ahead because they're still alive that are going to be ahead on the list. So, we'll have to see. Hey, Aaron, 3 questions here. Why are they inducting Barry Windham instead of Ole Anderson as part of the 4 Horsemen? Number 2, with them inducting the Horsemen, does this mean Ric Flair is done with TNA? And number 3, is Flair getting a second Hall of Fame ring? And this is from Mr. Spiffy, who, by the way, has a very entertaining channel. So make sure you check him out. Just search Mr. Spiffy on YouTube. Why they're inducting Barry Windham? Ole Anderson, to my knowledge, doesn't get along with the Horsemen members, especially Ric Flair. There's a lot of bad blood between those two. So, I mean, that's the number one reason. And the second reason, Barry Windham's on really good terms with WWE. And I just think everybody thinks that, he deserves to be in it. I mean, he was an awesome worker back in his day. When I was a kid growing up, I loved Hulk Hogan. I loved The Ultimate Warrior. But I also really liked Barry Windham a lot because when I was a kid, I thought Windham was the best technical wrestler of his era, and I just thought everything he did was so good in the ring. And yeah, I absolutely think he should be inducted. And the Four Horsemen is a perfect way to do it. And that incarnation was arguably the best one. So, I have no problem with it. And as far as Ric Flair being done with TNA, I mean, who knows? It's a very interesting situation, and I'm looking forward to the next several weeks to see how this plays out. I mean, is TNA going to allow him to make a one-time appearance, or are they just going to let Flair go and return to WWE? So we'll have to wait and see. It's very interesting. And yeah, I'm guessing Flair's going to get another ring. I would figure that all the Horsemen members will get a ring, and that'll be the second one for Ric Flair, as he is the first person to get 2 inductions into the Hall of Fame, which, once again, I have no problem with. Chyna should be in the Hall of Fame with the impact that she has made on the business. I seriously doubt that there will be another woman out there competing with men as she did. Do you think that she will ever be inducted given her history after leaving WWE? It's hard to say because politically she's not on really good terms with WWE, obviously with Triple H and Stephanie and Vince McMahon. But as far as her accomplishments go, I do think that she is a worthy candidate because after all, she was a big deal with DX, and then she was a women's wrestler competing in the Royal Rumble, the first woman to compete in the Royal Rumble, and the first and only female Intercontinental Champion. So she accomplished a lot in a very short period of time. And obviously, when you're inducting divas, I think that Trish Stratus should probably be at the top of the list, and maybe Sable. But yeah, definitely Chyna's up there. And I think that politics should be forgotten about and just let her get her moment, I think. I know he retired from wrestling, but why isn't HBK appearing on live TV as a backstage character at least? He probably doesn't want to right now. I mean, he retired to get away from the business. I think he just enjoys his time just living a normal life now. And I'm sure the door's always open for him if he wants to have a backstage role or get involved again, that he'll always have that opportunity. I just think right now he likes being away from the spotlight and just being able to spend time with his family. Will chair shots to the head ever be brought back to wrestling? They were so entertaining. They were entertaining, but they were giving guys concussions, and WWE is not doing the chair shots to the head for safety reasons. It's not so much a PG thing as they, when all those studies came out about the concussions, and after the Benoit thing, WWE just wants to play it safe, and I don't blame them on that. Now, if the guy does a chair shot once in a while and you hold your hands up, I don't see a problem with that. But if you look back over the years, there were so many times when guys got hit just straight in the head without their hands being covered, and that's a bad idea. That's just not good for business. And I think as long as once in a while you do a chair shot and the guy holds his hands up, I don't see a problem with that. But it's good that they're regulating it, in my opinion. All right, that'll do it for today's edition of No DQ&A video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, youtube.com/NoDQ&AV, and please keep spreading the word. And stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the latest in WWE and TNA wrestling news and rumors. With that, we'll see you next time.